Mirelle Mateus was a 24-year-old student from La Palma, California. She was described as a hard worker, loving daughter, amazing sister, the best aunt to her niece and nephews, a great friend and a very caring, generous person with a pure heart full of love. She also dreamed of traveling. Mirelle and 37-year-old Californian man, Aaron Stephen Romo, were previously in a romantic relationship. On the night of March 16, 2023, Romo went to an Orange County bar, where he got slapped by a woman that he insulted, got thrown out of the bar by bouncers and pummeled in a melee where he was injured badly. He called Mirelle, asking her to pick him up. At the time, Mirelle had an active restraining order against Romo, who was facing a felony charge for allegedly hitting her and throwing her over his patio railing 4 months earlier on December 5, 2022. He was released on bond and was ordered to have no contact with Mirelle, per the release. The restraining order was set to expire in 2025. Although a judge had ordered him not to contact her, he called her 616 times over the previous month. Mirelle texted him to stop calling her and to stop trying to be in her life, as she did not want any part in his life. She told him to figure out his own life and that she is done helping him at the expense of her own life. But on the night of the bar fight, she answered his call and arrived to pick him up. She drove him to his home at the Edge Apartments on Union Street, which they once shared. A security guard, Rudy Ruelas, called 911 to say that Mirelle needed help. Ruelas said he saw her standing on Romo's patio and that Romo had pulled her violently inside his apartment. Mirelle's sister, Sandy Cacaros, said that Romo claimed to want to take his own life and that is why she went. Mirelle was afraid he would take his own life and she wouldn't have been able to live with that. Ruelas told the dispatcher that she was screaming for help, then she went quiet. Seconds later she started screaming again. 2 Anaheim police officers arrived within minutes and announced themselves outside Romo's door. One of the officers, Rafael Borjan, testified at trial that he put his ear to the wall and heard what he thought was muffled conversation inside. He said they knocked for 5 minutes and got no answer. They soon drove away. The next morning, Mirelle's mother, Alice Mateus, had a bad feeling about her daughter being harmed after not returning home and not being able to reach her on her cell phone. She went to the apartment of Romo, where she made a horrifying discovery after opening the unlocked front door. She then found the body of Mirelle inside the bathroom in the apartment. Detectives responded to the scene and determined that Mirelle was slain and identified Romo as the suspect. Later that day, Romo was accused of taking her life and was arrested at the home of his girlfriend in Riverside, where prosecutors said he unsuccessfully attempted to take his own life several times, and he was booked into jail. Investigators believe Romo has assaulted other women in the past. Romo made a court appearance where he pleaded not guilty. Several family members attended the court hearing where the judge issued no bail for Romo. Mirelle's sister said they were very happy with the outcome of the hearing. They were hoping that he would not get any bail. According to her, it was really hard and heartbreaking for them to hear all the facts, as there was a lot they weren't aware of. Mirelle's mother spoke to the court about finding her daughter's body with the help of an interpreter. She cannot get the images out of her mind, and she still cannot believe her little girl isn't here anymore. Her family, however, is stopping at nothing in their fight for justice. In addition to the first-degree charge, Romo was also convicted of 1 felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury, and 1 felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud or deceit in connection with the December 2022 incident. On May 29, 2024, Aaron Stephen Romo was found guilty of the 2023 slaying of his ex-girlfriend, Mirelle Mateus. A GoFundMe campaign was created in her memory by Mirelle's sister, Sandy. Details of Mirelle's last night alive, and of the botched police response to her calls for help, emerged during Romo's trial in Orange County Superior Court. The police officers discussed whether they had reason to forcefully enter the apartment, but they decided they did not. A second security guard appeared and explained that he'd seen Mirelle on the patio. He did not see anything to make him think that Mirelle was in any immediate danger. According to the prosecutor, the police officers did not believe it was an emergency and that's why they left. And that's unfortunate. He wishes things happened differently, among them that the police had kicked down the door. Mirelle's family is suing Orange County and the Anaheim Police Department for negligence, claiming that officers should have known Romo had a prior arrest and a restraining order against him. According to the lawsuit, the medical examiner determined that Romo did not end her life until half an hour after police left. After strangling her, according to trial testimony, Romo drove to the Temecula town home of another woman he had dated, Stephanie Rodriguez, who told police that he confessed to taking Mirelle's life. Defense attorney Stacy Sena told jurors that Romo did not believe he could take her life, because he simply loved Mirelle too much. She told jurors that if, however, they concluded that Romo took her life, it was not with the premeditation required for the case. She said they should consider drunken rage provoked by jealousy and compounded by a bad head injury from the bar fight. Bernie, the prosecutor, said Mirelle and Romo had the outward appearance of a very attractive, happy couple, though in private Romo was possessive and violent, in keeping with a long-time pattern. Bernie invoked a litany of women whom he alleged Romo had beaten and terrorized. Romo had scared 5 of them enough that they took out restraining orders against him. Some spoke of being choked, punched, and stalked. Romo ran a family car upholstery business before his arrest. Testifying in his own defense, he said he was massively drunk on the night Mirelle lost her life and didn't remember her being at his apartment. He had foggy brain from the bar scuffle. He said they were in love and described their relationship as an emotional roller coaster. He admitted that he had once broken Mirelle's phone during an argument when he was drunk because he was jealous that she had talked to another man. The prosecutor showed him a photo of Mirelle, taken in late 2022, in which she had a black eye. Romo said he couldn't tell if he was the one that gave her a black eye. Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer said, "The cycle of domestic violence has tragically claimed the life of another victim who could not escape the fatal hands of her abuser." He concluded, "He is a master manipulator who repeatedly lured his victim back in only to ruthlessly beat and strangle her until she took her last breath." Romo, who faces 25 years to life in prison, will be sentenced on June 24 by Orange County Superior Court Judge Gary Payer.